So today marks exactly 5 weeks until December 7 polls. Well, if all goes well, all things being equal, that's the day we're supposed to vote. Now, in line with the spirit of the elections and promoting peace in the country towards the December 7 polls, the Cartoonist Alliance of Ghana has come together and have started a campaign for peace. So they're going to be drawing, peace, election-related material, which will be promoting peace in the country. Well, from where I sit, as a lover of cartoons, especially satirical cartoons from all across the globe, I think it's a great idea. But that's just me. We went out on the streets of Accra to find out from you what you think about this.
To them, they are making such a way to prevail peace, but to me, it will never solve the issue. The right thing must be done, and for us to make sure the right election is being held.
Well, that is also another issue. Those people are also in their offices, and then most of those things that they do is just for the sake of their work. But then, in my view, I think it is disrespectful in some instances, because at times you realize that they format or do the image of our own excellency in some other way, which is so disrespectful. And then I wouldn't advise that. But then, in other terms too, you realize that is their work and that is what they are paid to do, and through that they get money. As well, there are people who also support it, and since the presidency or people who are being animated don't come out to complain or make it a call issues, I want to believe they are no more, or like they are not really bothered about that. So fine, if they are cool with it, they are cool. But then if you ask me, it's so disrespectful, and then I wouldn't advise it anymore.
I think it's a step in the right direction. A lot of people in Ghana love cartoons, so I think for those who like visual stuffs, they will love it to see the cartoons, like what is happening. They try to read it, they get information. So it is not only centered to those who like reading, but also those who love arts. I think it will draw their attention more. So it's a step in the right direction, where it brings those who like reading and those who love cartoon stuffs. It brings all of them together, and together we campaign for peace.
So as you can see, there's some mixed reactions about the campaign that the Cartoonist Alliance is embarking on. Well, we do wish them all the best and hope that it's actually able to fulfill or achieve what it is they want to do, because we all need peace in this country in the lineup or in the run-up to the December 7 polls. We're going to speak to one of the creators of Tales of Nazir. We'll do that as quickly as we can. He's on Skype and the connection is kind of messing us up a little bit, but we'll definitely be able to sort that one out. Moving on to other stories, what would you do if you were a young woman and you had a dream to buy a house, your own house, for you and your family, or for you and your loved ones, but you thought, I simply can't afford it. What am I going to do? So you go online, you create your online dating profile, and then you're able to speak to 20 different men, 20 of them, not one, not two, 20 different men who don't know you from anywhere, and you convince each of these 20 men to give you an iPhone 7. That's not all. You take your 20 iPhone 7s and you sell them and you buy the house of your dreams. Is this cheating, or is this the ultimate hustle? What do you think?
Have 20 boyfriends, and for them to give you an iPhone 7 and then buy a house, I just think she's being smart, that's all. I just think she's being smart.
It doesn't matter what she used the phone for. She's still cheating on the men. They don't know that somebody exists. The other man exists. Okay, she is using her intelligence to cheat on them.
It is not cheating at all, but depending on what she was ready to use the iPhone for, I think she was completely being smart. And if I was to be in her shoes, I think I would do the same thing, because having such an avenue, there are people who would use those things for other mediums, but she rather used it for something that would become a lifetime, something for her to rather enjoy it more than to spend everything now and then to destroy it. So I think she was being smart.
It's not cheating, she's smart. And that's the right thing, because somebody might also use for a different thing, but to her, she's selling it to enable her get money to buy a house, or somebody can also sell it to enable her get a capital to establish a different project. But to her, she's selling just to make sure she get a house. It's also a good idea.
There's no smartness in this situation. And she's, I should say, in this world, everything you do, you pay for it in one way or the other. Telling people you need iPhone so that in your own way you go and get a house from 20 men. And first we should remember, how did the men give her the iPhone? Maybe they took sexual intercourse with her before or other stuff. I don't think some men will give iPhones to you free. So after taking the iPhones, what are the consequences to her after getting the house out of the iPhones? It could be that after the 20 men, she would have been infected with AIDS. We just don't know. So I don't think it's a good decision at all.
She's a business-oriented woman, so she knows what she's in for. And the best way out to sort a situation is to sell them, because looking at the trend of our economy, and then whatever the phones are doing to we right now, so she can keep that or those gadgets that can hinder a life or cause harm to whoever is close to her. So by selling them and afford the house, I think that's the best way out from where she may think or whatever the business she intends doing it with.
If the phone is for her, it's her problem. She can do whatever she wants to do with her money. If the phone is for her and she sold them and she used the money to buy a house, then I think it's her own. I don't think it's kind of being. It's just being smart.
So you can see kind of a mixed reaction there. Some say she's cheating, some say she's just being smart. On WhatsApp, Mumini Latif from WA says, this isn't smartness, it's completely unfair. Let's see, Ora saying, the way to get such earthly wealth is not good. Getting all that and losing your soul at last is useless. Wow, we've got some harsh words for the lady this morning who was able to convince 20 different men to buy her the latest iPhone, that's the iPhone 7, and she sold those phones to buy herself her dream home. Yakubu Ibn Chamba saying, the lady's self-acclaimed smartness epitomizes pure thievery and cheating in the Bible. It's obvious her wealthy house would not stand the test of time. Safo Kantanka says, you see how our morals and values are weakening every day. People think this act is smartness. This is Machiavellianism. The end doesn't always justify the means. Maiga from Waja says, well, she is just smart. Nanaba says, first degree cunning. First degree cunning. That's kind of like as if it was a degree sort of thing, isn't it? Facebook has also been buzzing with this Faustina deceive. Oh, please. This is sharp thinking. People are using theirs for pizza and she's using her own to buy her dream house. You call this deceit. After the house, then you can call me a gold digger. Nah, my back is cry. Don't reply and attack me, so you don't want anybody to send you any replies. We've got you. Ishmael says, well, for him, the maths doesn't add up. How much does a phone cost? Assuming the price of the phone is $100 per one, where in the world can you purchase a house for that amount? And we should stop deceiving people. $20,000 for a house, just be realistic. Well, it's the new iPhone 7, and in Ghana, it's about almost 4,000 Ghana cedis equivalent, I do believe, in Ghanaian cedis. So it's actually quite expensive. And for 20 of those, she was able to buy her house. Ebenezer writing, she did deceive them. Honesty is not in her dictionary. If it is, she has intentionally deleted them. I pray that her boyfriends forgive her. She should learn to be honest. Gloria adding, she's too much. If she had asked them to buy her that house, they wouldn't have bought it for her. She's a heroine and she needs God's grace though. Rafiq Adams. When a lady is beautiful and she does not have a brain, it's her private part that suffers the most. Well, Rafiq, that's your opinion. Seydu said, yes, she has deceived the guys. If not, she should have married them all. Views coming in fast and furious. Papanko also writing, well, I'm not surprised at all because ladies of these days are out for material wealth and so will go to all lengths to get what she wants, irrespective of the consequences. Ebenezer says, well, it can be smartness in one way or the other. And another opinion here saying she's promiscuous and a cheat irrespective of what she uses the iPhone for. Are we saying an armed robber is right if he robs to buy a house? Isaac Osei from Idra. Now, on the other issues we've been looking at this morning with the EC, whether the EC truly is ready and on which title you would give to the EC versus a PPP case. On whether the EC is ready, as well, the Cartoonists Alliance of Ghana is also drawing for peace in the run-up to the December elections. And that's what Bayan Tamale is writing. He says, we always pray and campaign for peace, but we have failed to campaign for justice because it's only justice which can lead to peace. Let's see. I think we've got Louise on phone from Tales of Nazir. Louise, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Louise, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
I'm not doing too badly, thanks. My first question for you is, really, what's the motivation for the Cartoonist Alliance of Ghana to come together and draw for peace?
You know, first of all, with this election, of course, everything has its own merits and demerits. So the campaign vouching for peace should be paramount. That's why we need to come together and use whichever medium we have to put the message out there that Ghanaians should try and maintain the peace before, during, and after the election. Myself, I'm an animator, so that's the medium I can use best to express or throw out that campaign to the public. Yeah.
All right, but Louise, there are some concerns that particularly satirical cartoonists, you know, those who draw and in a way kind of make fun of big political figures, that they could use this medium rather to laugh at others or to poke fun at serious issues instead of focusing on the peace campaign.
Yes. It's very true. It's very true. I mean, with satire, comic satire, I mean, that's basically the whole concept. But in this particular period of the nation, I think most satire cartoonists should channel their creativity into preaching out the word of peace with regard to the coming election, and not just do the cliche of making mockery of certain political figures.
So when are you going to start your campaign officially?
Yes. I've already begun, and I intend to launch my next episode on the 9th of November. It's